Build Pioneers, a series where the viewers become the protagonists. Each week I pick a weapon and you guys have to brainstorm the weirdest build that actually works for the weapon. Every Wednesday I try your weapon live on my stream and with whatever build you sent me, and then I rank it depending on its originality and effectiveness. This week's weapon was the Rauta, and I am very proud because you guys delivered the best build so far in this series, making this the best episode so far. Hope you enjoy. Gashabae, the first one to go. He is using Evade Harrow. Okay. Might need to go back to Orbiter to add Evade on my Harrow. I don't think I have it. And he is using an interesting build with Tainted Shell, Narrow Barrel, and Primary Frostbite. So he's priming. Most likely. Because he doesn't have Cold on his build. Okay. Disruption build all in all, from what it looks like. No kind of crit chance, Harrow is needed. Okay. Let's go test it. Narrow Barrel. It's, you know, it doesn't really fit. Polarity is wrong. It just gives you 30% accuracy when aiming. This gives you 40% accuracy on equip. So it's kind of the same thing. If we're being real. I didn't expect to have to format this thing 8 times. Sorry. Like, damn. I'm just glad that the modes are very similar and have the same purpose. Because without them, I would be kind of cooked. Also, I brought this guy, which kind of sucks. But yeah, it's whatever. We're testing him before, we'll have to get it for now. We'll have to live with it. Good second, thank you for the follow. See, without Harrow, the fire rate is atrocious. It's unusable. With Harrow buffing it, it's actually not bad. Overall damage is pretty insane. Kind of expected from a build like this, but this is very well theory crafted overall for a disruption build. And 1.6 million damage per hit is really nice, especially when you don't abuse any Raven mods on it. So, you know, not bad. Let's do no priming first. So 3 hits without priming, one of the hits missed. Very good. With priming, we will proc Frostbite as well, which, you know, we add an extra layer. Which I believe for some reason I forgot to put cold on my pokes, so we don't get full advantage of it. Although Pokes is kind of killing on its own. Which, what the fuck? Sorry, I brought the primal build and it's working way too well. Okay. There we go. So this was only with 3 stacks of Frostbite. And it's doing that much. With max stacks of Frostbite, the damage must be nuts on this thing. Not gonna lie. That is a very good build idea, overall. So we lost evade, but that's fine. We have it back up. Just recast it. The Covenant is never gonna be lost, so we're max energy all the time. Good range too. Because of Tainted Shell. It almost becomes a sniper. Normally the spread on this thing is absolutely abysmal and you can't do what I'm doing, but now you can. Tainted Shell. This would also work perfectly if you have some kind of sentinel that can put hold with Severing Contagion. But, you know, Using a primer and using this for disruption is really good. Fun build. It's the bug guy. See, this is really interesting. First build and we're off to a banger start. This does feel like Haro is doing the big carrying, but honestly for a weapon like Rauta, where it's not as strong as other shotguns, to do this well, I'll still give it a high score. It might not be the most original build, but it still has aspects that I love, like Primary Frostbite, Tainted Shell. These are very interesting combinations and work great with Haro and the evade setup for Haro, which is OP, but yeah. You kind of trolled the primer. Yeah, even if I trolled the primer, it is a very smooth build. It works really nicely. So Gashabae, the first build as well of the week. How long did it take him to put this? He put it up literally 3 hours after I put the route up. That is crazy. So he showcased R-Tax, Bubble Blaster, so he's definitely abusing those for primary Frostbite, but I'm doing mainly this as much as possible to stay true, and this is still amazing. So originality, I will give it a 7. I think in terms of how you could build it, you could probably look a bit more interesting, but it's still very original and very smooth, especially with Haro. Great ideas all around. But effectiveness, I might give it a 10. It's like either 9.5 or 10 out of 10. Not even primary Frostbite and I can one-shot the disruption target, like with the troll primer. That is really fucking sick. That is really fucking sick. What do you guys say? What about origin effectiveness? Because I think this shit can level cap, unironically. In level capping with the Rauta, it's like on a build that looks like that. All the horses, yeah, okay, makes sense. All right, 9.5 effectiveness though. I really want to give it high effectiveness because the damage is really good. So very strong overall, and a very strong candidate for winning right off the bat. Hope you guys can get up to this level because his build is honestly way better than what I did, in my opinion. I did a build just like I do every week, and I think Gashabae's build is better than mine, so that is great. I would put originality lower, effectiveness still tier. Yeah, that's fair. Let's do 6.5 originality. It's still like quite good in terms of originality. Like half the build is kind of normal modes, and then the other half is really interesting. But yeah, I would rank this higher than my own build this week. So really good start. T-Rex with the second build. He is using a Blight Toxin build. Okay. That does damage crit chance minus what the fuck? I don't know if I can. Compressor with Shiver. Okay, well. Siren with Expedite Suffer. Okay. Also, my Siren is kind of yeah. So we'll see some crazy numbers, I feel like. So I'll use this. This is as close as I can get it to the original build. 31k damage here. 30k damage here. Bit higher crits, but he doesn't use any crit damage, so it's whatever. I think this will do. I'm not gonna copy paste the build from the Warframes, obviously, in this challenge. I don't think there is a point to copying directly the builds from the Warframes as well, as the main attraction is the weapons. And I'm fine with Warframes helping the weapons, but when it's the Warframes carrying, then that's not good. So after this, I'm gonna try my Wisp with Expedite Suffering, and then we'll see if that is actually better or worse. Okay. I mean, already it's like, yeah, doing this, so. There is a lot of toxin procs, but I mean, we'll see, right? I'm probably gonna one-shot him, not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't even get Expedite Suffering proc. I don't actually get it. Okay. Not sure, not sure. The good part about it is that you can really stack primary blight quickly. Oops. Yeah, sometimes I can just one-shot him. Guys, Rauta are really good if you pair it with Siren. Yeah, I know, right? That's what I mean. It's like, yeah, okay, I can just one-shot them anyway, so what's the point?
That is suspicion. Suspicion has been activated.
So I think what I'll do is that I will not prime the guy, and I'll just use 2 Rauta shots and then just expedite suffering on him. Do it this way? Okay. One shot does like 500k. The thing about Expedite Suffering is I think it just reapplies Toxic Clash, but I might be wrong. It might be reapplying Toxic Clash on its own. Which would be like, you know, do I need to say it even? How stupid that is? It doesn't? Okay, thank God. Please, man. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Honestly, it's just Siren is way too overpowered, bro. For this shits to matter. I'm like two-shotting them, don't even get the Expedite Suffering proc, it's just, yeah. Gorda fully applies it? Yeah, that I know. That I know. You can get a native damage loop with Gorda. So that is really insane. But okay, as a build I like it, to be honest, but let's try it with Expedite Suffering on, I think I have it on here. Yeah, there it is. This has Arcane Rage as well. I'm gonna keep it just in case this saves it, because this is normally what I run, okay? If it can do it with this, then I guess it's fine, but we'll see. Hold up, I'm watching a survival commercial. Hey, I get like half a cent, let's go. Thank you for your contribution to my half cents. Oh shit, I forgot to have Mother Restal. That's fine. Raise the casting speed right here. Oh god. Alright. I gotta remove the dog, not gonna lie. Do another one. No, with anabolic pollination as well, you can make this probably a bit more normal, but I think that's also kind of chill. Like, I can also just showcase my build with Gyre and be like, guys, look, the routes with Gyre are actually good. Okay. When you actually stack primary blight, it's not that bad. Like, genuinely, You see now, it's actually dealing decent damage. Okay. Let's see what it does on this guy. Not crazy. Are you playing Wisp Health Tanking? Yes. This is one of the 2 Health Tanking Wisp builds that works. They call monster aspect. Never mind, this guy. It's not bad, right? But this is completely overkill. And if I think if he changes that for this build is like 1,000 times better instantly. No? It's very neat. Like, as a build idea, I don't mind it. It just stacks a lot of base damage, which is weird. Elementalist, Grenier, Toxic Lash, like, that is super yeah. But if you had this, you could probably pass this build on its own, which isn't too bad. So, as originality, I'm gonna give your build a 4. Actually, 4.5. Because on its own, it does kinda well. But without Siren, it's like it doesn't actually hold up. Like it doesn't actually hold up. So if effectiveness, then it gets a actually. Well, let's do effectiveness 4 out of 10 and let's do originality higher because on its own it's kind of original as a build. I just. Do you guys agree if we do like this? Because I mean it's Toxin slash Rauta. In theory. It kind of sucks without Siren. Okay. I'll do this. 6.5 originality, 4 effectiveness. Toxin is good, are you tripping? It's both, all of the elements are kind of decent. The only element that is kind of bad to build for right now is cold. Like anything but cold is really good. Cold is usually an element that you want for mainly getting some kind of utility. Next build, Bojuuh. He is showcasing like a whole setup. Also had the idea of using Expedite Suffering, but with a focus on Slash and using Citrine and her crystals. Wait, Citrine 1. Wait, he subsumed 2. I'm about to get freaky, bro. What the fuck? we're subsuming Citrine 2. Alright, yeah, let's just descend into madness, I guess. Hunter munitions, sweeping what the fuck? Guys, I'm super confused. Some of Mesmer skin next. I am super. What crits? Citrine 4. Citrine 4 is the crit. I can understand that, but what the devil? What is this? Okay, maybe it works. Let's not judge it yet. Maybe it works. You never know. He might be the GOAT. I don't trust it yet, but he might be. No Grenier, but sweeping serration, bro. Sweeping serration is so crazy here. What the hell? Okay. What do we think? This is a weird ass build, let me tell you. We'll see. I dig the idea of Expedite Suffering on Citrine though. Accidentally subsumed, yeah, imagine. Trust the build. I am not subsuming Citrine 2. I am sorry. Like, I can get my normal build, add a bit of efficiency, and just play. I'm ranking builds by how many primed mods I'm final. 3 is the max right now. I found 4. What do you mean? He definitely knows something you don't. You have to believe, bro. I have swapped hamster munitions in my build after submitting. We'll see. We'll see. It definitely looks very interesting. Citrine focus, which I'm fine with, but you know, previous build was an Expedite Suffering and Siren build. If it worked without Siren, I would have scored high, but sadly it didn't. It kind of lacked. So if you want to do Expedite Suffering and you put Lasting Sting and you're telling me, oh, you can go anything, then yeah, that I hear that way more. But let's see. So I don't think we're doing anything without 3. Because this weapon has no status chance, to be honest. With Citrain's 3, it's actually not so bad. Kinda primes for itself, does okay damage. Your 3 gives you some frostbite stacks on its own. You know, it's pretty good. Actually, I'll leave the 3 here. And keep the frostbite stacks like that. Okay. 1.7 million. Now, you know what? That's actually really good. 1.7 million is looking pretty good. Because that's 1 shot, right? So if I do like way more than 1 shots, this suddenly gets like pretty good. Let's put equilibrium. Yeah, I didn't think about that. You're right. I should have put equilibrium. We need to pick other shittier Overframe builds. Submit them, man. I'll go through them, but like, yeah, I guess I want to keep my galvanized stacks. That's why I came back. See, with Citrain, like if you had any other frame, this doesn't work. With Citrain, it works because you played around it, and I appreciate that. $2.7 million. Yeah. No, I like this. I like this. This is very interesting. I think you could get a bit more creative with the build again, but this is very interesting. I like how this plays out. So if you... This doesn't make any sense, not gonna lie. Sweeping Serration is something that I saw it and I was instantly like, bro, this mod should never be here. And if you had like status duration instead of that, what is it? Is it Lingering Torment? What is the mod called? Like you keep Hunter Munitions, just fine. And then instead of this, you put Lingering Torment. Or Hunter Track, I don't know, whatever you want. And then the build is like so much better, not gonna lie. It's so much better. But yeah, Bane mode as well, like you can do Bane, but Bane mode, I think this is better than Bane mode, not gonna lie. This is 100% better than Bane mode. That is duration, because Expedite Suffering and stuff. Do you have Bane on Riven? Yeah, exactly. Bane is here. I basically replace his Riven with Bane, so he can do this instead of the slash mode, because the slash mode doesn't proc the slash damage. It only increases how much slash procs you get per shot. Which, if you're critting and you have Hunter Munitions, well, you're getting enough. You don't need more. So the status duration is gonna exponentially increase your damage because of it. Overall, it's still a very interesting build, and I like your submission. It's so far almost all submissions have been good. This one kind of misses the mark, but it's a good idea. But this is good. This is a decent slash build that you have to once again take advantage of a Warframe, but you play into it, which is pretty cool. So I'm thinking Sestra. Overall, no, literally 0 elements on the build, which is a big plus for me since it still works. So Bojuuh, your originality will be higher than the rest. I'll give you a 7.5. Effectiveness, I'll give you, I think, a 7. Do we agree with the 7, chats, on originality? Or, sorry, effectiveness. Because he is dealing like 1.7 million damage with just one shot. It's good. Like, it's genuinely good. I think effectiveness 7 is fair. And I think if he had status duration, it would probably be a bit higher, like 8 point something. Very good submission so far. This is the video he's talking about, by the way. Let's see. So, Sestra Primer. Only 7 stacks on, I think 11, yeah. So 2 shots, 10 million damage, only 14 stacks of crossfight. I could probably get like way more damage than him in total. He does have higher strength, which is why he's dealing more damage. Kinda makes sense. Overall, really good. Really, really good. So now it's Adry's builds. Adry has a Divine Retribution Neza with Sickening Pulse. Ooh. I also love Neja. I don't know if you guys know, Neja was the first main that I had. The first ever guy that I mained. And then I turned to Limbo. And I just played Neja Limbo mostly. And then Wisp came out and I just ditched both of them for Wisp. Kinda. Neja was so good and still is when Stillpath was new and Acolytes were scary. Oh, when I started playing it was 2017. Stillpath, or even earlier, sorry. Like late 2015, early 2016. Stillpath was not there yet. It was definitely not there yet. Okay, so we have Shotgun Vendetta. Probably the arcane that I looked into the most while testing my build, at least. I tried like some variations, but this is the arcane that I used myself. It's a bit underutilized and it's very interesting. It gives you reload speed in multi-shots. I don't have unranked Frigid Blast, I'll use a max one. Sorry, bro. But actually, it's kind of bad, not gonna lie. Am I fine using Chilling Reload, Adry? Since you're in the chat, are you fine with me using Chilling Reload instead of the unranked Frigid Blast? Because I don't have any copies of it. Yeah? Okay. Good, good, good. Alright, perfect. So this will be the build from Adry, and we will try it. Yeah, I'm keeping this, not gonna lie. Might run into energy issues, this is a pretty spammy build. Like 10% status chance, it doesn't matter, yeah. Okay, so this build, because Divine Retribution, I'm going to Survival. I don't see how this is not a survival build. Added worth helmets off on every loadout before they added that crazy augment. I didn't, because 4+2 actually works pretty great, and it has a interesting combination with Zada's Whisper that did make nuking possible. Technically, I know how it works, but I can never get a lot of this shield. I always get like something like 9k. Okay. I mean, it works. There's some decent procs there. I'm not sure how you can make those procs stick harder, not gonna lie. But seeing those 10 viral procs because of Sickening Pulse, you know, getting into 10 and then it goes on everybody. That's pretty interesting. Nice. Well done. The fact that it does low damage means that you kind of prime your fourth ability, but then with Sickening Pulse you just make it like a Mega Strong. Yeah, so you hit once and then you Sickening Pulse and boom. That is really interesting. So the low damage of the weapon accommodates the build Adry is using. That's nice. 100 KPM. Pretty good. You have a lot of duration. I don't know if that matters a lot for Sickening Pulse. Wait, how do you have less duration than me? I use the same. I have the same duration as you, know? Wait, no, I have 140. What? Oh! We got trolled, by the way. We got a bit trolled. It's okay. GG. Yeah, okay. That's fine. That's fine. It still works, which is great. It still works. It's really nice. It's really nice combination. So, damn, can you really change anything from here to make this better? I guess you could maybe add a bit more, either punch through or go for unironically sweeping serration this time to get a bit more slash procs onto it. Not sure if that would help although. Any status modes? There is modus setup, I guess. You could do modus setup instead of vigilante armaments and that would make it a lot better. Other than that, I can't think of anything else, not gonna lie. It's a really interesting build. Shotgun Vendetta as well, when you play around it, like, really good, really good. I like how this works. Nezu is doing pretty heavy carrying, but overall it's good. It's very good. Oh! Wait a minute. Damn. $839K. Yeah, this is great. Honestly, this looks amazing. And I think adding more damage to it directly, not through dots, would just ruin it. So the only thing I can think is literally modus setup instead of your vigilante armaments. Like for the idea itself. The idea itself is really creative. It's nice. Okay. Epic. So Adry. Originality, this goes high, definitely. 8 or 9. 8.5 or 9. Chat, 8 or 9. What do we say? What does chat say? Adry will say 10 because it's his build, obviously. What does the rest of the chat say? 9, 9.9. Okay, Nexus is banned. 9, 9. Okay, we do 9. Alright, so 9 originality, effectiveness, I'll also do a 8.5 out of 10. So this isn't the lead, this is a hook. This is definitely a hookage build. Effectiveness is 8.5 because of the motor setup mode. Same with originality. Like if I saw motor setup here, it actually worked perfectly. Or like, I don't know, did you use... No, you didn't use this as well. Like, you can make this... You can bake this even further. Like, the perfect build for this is literally do this, and then either go soft hands or narrow barrel here. Narrow barrel is probably better, because you don't really change weapons at all. Maybe you do, actually, because... When you use abilities, does this proc? I'm not sure. If it does, then it's better. But yeah, you get my point. It's really fucking strong. Like, insanely fucking strong. Like this. This is a very good build overall. So, first time, we got Amolistic actually submitting a build onto Build Roast. If you guys don't know Amolistic, he's a great Warframe YouTuber that has a very great accent. He's really nice to listen to. And he is the rhino guy of YouTube. Like, Saj 100%. Yep, you guys know. You guys know. So, yeah, I'm Amolistic, the rhino guy. The rhino enjoyer. So, of course, he will showcase this with a rhino and expedite suffering. And his Rauta build is missing a mod. Wow. The aura of sending a build without a mod is crazy. Okay, this is the closest I can do. This will have to suffice, sadly. Is negative slash Aeolak Ribbon okay? I think so, yeah. Aeolak wasn't slash based, right, guys? Chat, who remembers what the Aeolak is? Paying $6.99 for fashion GG. Okay. Cool. Aeolak is fake salta. You can go slash, but it's not great. Okay. No, he got minus slash on it. Mostly puncture, but slash is pretty high. Okay, so then minus slash is not that bad. Okay. Let's see. Wait, piercing roar actually destroyed them. I'm gonna lie. Does it make roar recastable? Piercing roar? If not, then I will have to like wait a bit. Install for the shit to go away. Also have Adarza. Oh, it does make it recastable. Okay. Nice. That's good, that's good. I haven't played with it. First time playing the game, by the way. Okay, even without expedite suffering, 3 shots were enough to absolutely destroy him. Awesome. Also now see why my rhino guy used piercing roar. Just making it recastable is like super good. Good. Salta is pipe weapon. Salta is great weapon, bro. 2.9 million damage. This build is missing a mod, by the way. Almost died with Rhino. I didn't see I lost Iron Skin. Oops. You know, back in the day it was kind of easier to notice that you lost Iron Skin, I feel like. But yeah. There's the bomber. Oh, my Kavat killed him. Let's go. Adarza for the win. This butcher. $4 million. I mean, that's pretty nuts. Honestly, that is pretty nuts. Let the car rest its stream so hours straight. No, he has to run. How the fuck does this work? Why does it work so well? Fuck my life. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna become funny and go all in on this, shall we? I did a cleanse mode and primed Ravage instead of normal Ravage. Obviously, that's not his build, but I want to see potential, okay? My guy came in and he was like, I don't even need the 10th mod. That's all you get from me. If that's not, like... If that is not absolute confidence by him and like proof that he is the Rhino guy, if you need something, then I don't know what is. My guy literally sent a Rauta build with 7 mods or 8 mods instead of 9 and it works. Like, it's weird, bro. And it's great because my Rhino build is also super suboptimal for this. Yet it still works. Obviously, Roar is doing a lot of carrying here, but you can't tell me that this is not interesting. 7.7 million damage. Okay, bro. Alright, bro. Fucking sure. With one shot. It's fucking Rhino. Yes, I know, but I don't think you can make it any better if you use Rhino. And I think at the same time, I can probably use Expedite Suffering on Wisp and this would work. Let's try it. This will judge how high the build itself goes. Now, I think if I do, you know, this and put normal Ravage, I mean, this is his build, but this probably doesn't work. Alright, I'll ask you, chat, what do you say? I test it like this with Wisp, or do I test it like fully built? Like if he actually went all in and added the Bane mode or no? What do you say? Okay. Fully built. Are you farming Wisp Primes to have every single Archon shard combinations? Why you need so many? Yes. You need the faction damage for it? That's the thing. When he used it on his Rhino, I don't actually need it. But if I use it on Wisp, maybe I do. Also, I don't have the correct build. No piercing roar though here, so I'm missing a bit of synergy. Last slot would have probably been a Bane slot. Yeah, either that or status duration. I think on Rhino he would probably do the other status duration mode. Lingering Torment. You'll probably see me doing this on his build, so you will comment, I guess. We'll see on his comments. Don't Bane stack multiplicatively? What? Rhino Roar and Bane? No, it doesn't. However, Expedite Suffering and Status Duration does stack multiplicatively, which is why he has it in the first place. Oh, I forgot. Xeneric again. It's whatever, bro. Wish I now have tempo as well, so the fire hits goes hard. No rage though. That could be a problem. I don't have arcane rage. Hey, we'll see. If I can kill Demo like this, then it's pretty loaded. It does a lot of damage with timing, obviously. As it should. The mods it has. Okay, let's see. $3.4 million. Amazing. That is amazing. Judging by that, it would most likely work even with Ravage, like normal Ravage. Like this. So that would still probably work. That is crazy. So yeah. How is every build so good today? Originality gets a 9 out of 10 again. And effectiveness 8 or 9. I think I'll do 9 effectiveness. I think this is better than Adry's build. Not gonna lie. What do you guys say? This build or Adry's, guys? Come on. Adry's was the Nezha Expedite Suffering. Or both? Both is good. Okay. If that's so, I'll do this. And they're tied. I'll do a tiebreaker at the end. You're really gonna put Rhino over me more original. I used Wisp and it works. I used Wisp and it works. I don't need Roar. All you need is Expedite. Stop Rhino bot-chesting. You're coping right now, bro. I took this with Wisp and it did 3.8 million with like one shot, okay? Ain't no way. You're also abusing Nezha, like Divine Retribution. Come on, this have to be equal. And then we'll just choose depending on whatever, if nothing beats them. Soft hands and reflex throw, if you read both, description gives you minus 40% recoil and plus 40% accuracy. Both modes can stack on top of each other, turning Rauda's goofy aspect into a very focused projectile, which drastically increases our DPS. What? Oh, okay. So if you use both, they stack. You won't get explanations from me. Good luck figuring that one out. It's a bit overcooked, and I guess we will see it in an hour. Screw your slow mode, I still can post it. Oh, never mind. You had issues with slow mode. Okay. You hit inherit with Zenisar, and then Rauta is doing that, and wow, okay. Nano applicator, motor setup, primary crux. Corrosive heat Diriga. I do not have a Diriga. He wants Diriga to proc melee influence onto his Zenisar. And then Dante with Chroma's ability. Hold the Chroma. Alright, fuck it! Sucks that you don't have Diriga. One cold proc from Chroma armor freezes entire room. I have the Hound. I can do it with a Hound, maybe. I mean, I'm really not down to buy Diriga right now. Just for this. I understand the premise. I could... Yo, if you're fine, Native Whispers? No, not now. Maybe later. Not now. If anything, I can just do a melee influence melee, and then proc influence and let it be. And then we get the interaction. Hound is similar, but Diriga is more close AoE. Hound is more single target. Maybe if you stall an Arctic Eximus or it's similar. Oh, okay. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. I'll have an Okina to just pockets. And then I'll let it be. And I'll do a Coda Pokes for the hidden inherit part of the build. Wait, I didn't put Nano Applicator, did I? Nah, bro. Fuck my life. I just realized. I'm like looking at the build thinking maybe I forget something and I forgot the actual build of the weapon. Because there's so much going on. The build has like 7 different fucking multipliers or whatever. And then Bojuuh will just straight up gift the Diriga. Look at this. Look, look, look. This is Bojuuh and he's gifting Diriga directly. Or something. Or someone for chat. Maybe it's not Bojuuh. Maybe Bojuuh is asleep. It was Sinuko. Okay. Looks good. Let's test it. Fucking Squish every week is like, you know, I'll find the most devious fucking thing I can imagine and I'll just post it. There's the influence. Even on its own, it does great. Just trying to get as many as possible, I'm not gonna lie. Where's the disc, by the way? What the fuck? Alright, well, my bad, Chief. Please, I just want to throw the disc. Thanks. Game doesn't let me. Okay. I mean, overall, really creative. You know, I would never even think this, like, mainly because I don't have Diriga and this Chroma Diriga search is kinda nuts. I could see, you know, primary Frostbite instead of primary Crocs here being way better if you could somehow do this on a different frame that can, you know, do something. Let me add birds. Okay, with birds, the effectiveness goes up by a lot. It's still pretty single target, but you know, it's way stronger now. With 100% status for every bullet to proc a hit proc. Well, I mean, I am trying my best to keep all my stacks in. As you can see. It is working. But it's really hard to work with. Damage is good though. Okay. It's honestly, it's weird. It is very creative, but it doesn't work that well in missions. Like damage-wise. If it had higher damage, this would be probably winning, but overall really good still. Like I said, it's overcooked. Congratulations, yeah. So Squish. I think we get a 9.5 out of 10. This is the most original build by far. But for effectiveness, I will sadly have to give you a 6. It does damage. Good single target, but yeah. It's not that insane. But it's still a really good submission. It is still a very, very nice submission. I think you cooked a bit too much here. It's like you have so many things onto the build just to do like a bit better than mediocre damage. That's all. So next we have Holy Carp with the build, and he chose a harmony. Okay. So Rauta with Deadhead, Seeking Talents. Oh god, we're Garuding. Sir, we are Garuding. No matter what I do here, we're one tapping. I mean, this might not even be fair. I'm gonna be honest. This might be our first build that doesn't do well. I give you Riven. No. You don't give me Riven. You don't give me Riven. You don't need to. Forget it. You already showcasing Garuda. What the fuck? Let's not get it too crazy. Okay, which subsum do you want me to use? Zara, Eclipse, or Rory? It doesn't matter. I don't need either. Any of them. But do you want a subsum? I use Roar for the silly. Can you add a couple more times? I mean, this has to be probably the least originality build of the day. We'll see. Right. Are you sure? Hey Nexus, are you sure? Like damn, bro. I love Garuda, but this is cheating using her. But this, it absolutely is. Oh, I still have Diriga, by the way. I forgot about that. Oh, I'm on 2 health. Doesn't matter, I have a million energy still. Alright, where's the targets? Wait, he's not this way? I swear, I thought I saw him this way. It was... Let's see. I just saw a lot of frogs. I don't know how much damage I dealt, to be honest, because I forgot to press 4. We'll have to do it again. We'll also have to get rid of Diriga, but let's keep her for now. And look at this. This is disgusting. Fucking Garuda, bro. I can donate you some of my originality points, bro. Why bro flexing like that? Hello? That is crazy. Enemy electric? Come on, chat. Come on. Okay, I mean, it's funny because you're using Garuda and all that shit, And it's still not as good as some other build. Like, damn. If you don't have enough damage, use Harmony Heavy Attack with 12x comp. Okay, bro. This is about the Rauta, not about the Harmony. So, Holy Carp. Our first not great build for this series. Originality, I'll give you a 2. And I think you'll agree with me here. And effectiveness, I'll give you a 6. So, up next we have Divine, which sends just a video. Okay, I didn't get to see your build, sorry. Holy fuck. Alright, fuck it, we'll use this. Corrosive... Bro, what? What is this? Okay, we have crit Rauta shenanigans. 0.64 fire rate. Yeah, okay, I'm definitely not. Yeah, okay. Oh my god. Alright, let's go. Last mode is his Riven, right? And it has Grenier, crit damage, multi-shot minus score. What the fuck? Bro, unironically rolled the gold roll to enter the competition. Hello? I'll just use mine. I can't use something better. What the fuck is that? He has critical damage, multi-shot, and Grenier. What the fuck? I mean, yeah, the Riven mod is cheating. Other than that, he's playing fair. Oh, I have Bleeding Keys though. I wonder if I'll actually die. This Wisp is very tanky, actually. Alright. The answer is probably not. Now, if it's not obvious, it's good for like normal units, which wow, choker, full damage, corrosive build. But other than that, I needed this guy. And now we can probably test it. So let's go. That way, let's go get him. Wow, amazing. Yeah, okay. What do you got? Blah 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 blah.
Yo, dumbass, next time give me a real gun or I'll come to Greece and you won't like it.
Right. Okay. Don Pollo, I'm sorry, do not copy strike me. Oh, fuck. True. Yeah. Truing. Modern art, if you ask me. Alright, Divine. Normally for originality you would get a 2, but you'll get a 3 because your video was a tiny bit funny. For effectiveness you'll get a 6. Sounds good? Hope it sounds good. What is happening? True. Next build. We have Jer 1102. We have a very interesting punch through Riven. Hold up. What do you use? Banshee. Wait a minute. Evade Banshee. Lord have mercy on my soul. Is that gas? That's gas. Holy balls. Wait, that's gas. We're gassing. Straight up gas. And then shotguns, I'm gonna... Listen, I don't have a copy of it, so I'll take the max rank shotguns. You probably would want that anyway. Amazing. Give me my paydos and let's go. Me and the boys straight up gassing it. Alright, so I'll try it versus Grenier first to see how it does. And if it doesn't work, I'll try it versus Corpus as well. Amazing. Truly now I finished the mission, right, Shut? Wait, the gasworks are gassing. Does the gaswork trigger the... Oh wait, my cat is doing that. What the fuck? Oops. I think my cat is killing him. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's hitting the weak points. And he's kind of doing stuff. But that 979k proc is probably mine. Okay. It's something. It's so funny seeing their whole ass body being like this. Let's push them away. I mean, Sonic Fracture, because it pushes them away, is kind of weird, not gonna lie. Like, it's great because it armor strips them, but it also pushes them away. So, unless it's an Eximus enemy, I don't really like using it. This guy, for example. You know, overall, I feel like Banshee is doing a big carrying, but I'll try it without Banshee to see how well it does. And we'll see. I'll run survival on Annie for testing. I mean, me doing this versus the Grenier is hurrying better for you, because that means you can probably do versus Grenier as well. Doing versus Corpus is way easier than doing versus Grenier. You know? Especially with Gas. Gas is very weak against armor, so... If I play this with just an Eclipse or let's say Aurora at worst and it actually does like really well, then that's good. Hey, I mean, if it works on anything and you don't actually have to Banshee, this will also get a high rating as a build. Gas Punch through Rauta. You know, that is interesting. Hey, what do we say? We're saying that my Ardaza is killing everyone, but... Sorry. Oh yeah, with Eclipse is not that great. Jesus Christ. HBT, thank you for the follow. Now to confirm that it works on any frame, let's just choose Wisp. Wisp gives fire rates. If you want to use this on any frame, just go tempo and subsume the ability I use. How hard is it? Okay, so with Eclipse, not great, not great. You know, just in case Roar is like giving the gas procs at least like 10k damage, so it makes it usable. But we'll see. I initially ran a purple set for primary Lexus 2, decided it wasn't worth it. Okay. I mean, overall, I think if you're gonna mod for gas, you shouldn't care about the gas percentage, and that you should care more about the status chance of your weapon. So especially with Banshee, mods like Nano Applicator or, you know, or Modus Setup can work very well on something like this. They're the mods that give you the highest status chance percentage out of every mod. Because, you know, you're running Crux. I understand what you want to do. You need the light spread, you need the extra range, the extra status chance to proc as many gas procs as possible. But you see, these gas procs, the highest one I've got was 22k, and it was probably on a poor, you know, butcher, so still, it's not that great when we're talking about like killing potential. It's okay, especially with Kavat buff. Like, if you get Kavat buff, you have a way to outsource your crit chance a bit. You can get it to work, but that's about it. If not, you're cooked. Yeah. Overall, not bad. Cool idea. I think you can make this significantly better so it can work. As it is right now, I don't think it's the best build, but it is cool. It is cool. For Banshee, it works because Banshee's second ability is kind of broken, and it probably works on the gas procs themselves. So, yeah. So, Jared. Your build for originality will get a fairly high 7 out of 10. And for effectiveness, we'll give you a 4.5. 4.5 out of 10. It's nice. It's a great idea. It doesn't sadly work as well. But yeah. So, what is this? I have 2 more builds. Okay. I can't even fit these mods. I can't listen. If I can fit it, I'll give it a try. If I can't, then fuck it. Well, I don't have Prime Tactical Pump, but this will have to suffice. Let's see the bros build. Late Rauta Build. Okay, guys, come on, chill. I'll go back to locking this channel just like I used to do in Build Wars. My streamer isn't smart, GG. I mean, this should have been evident for a long time ago, but yeah, I don't know why you guys still watch me. I'm very glad though. So like, it reloads faster than it shoots! And this is not even a meme, it actually does! Look at that! It reloads faster than it shoots!
Victor! Victor! Victor!
Oh my god, and it doesn't even one-shot, bro. Yeah, nah. Goodbye. Thank you, Nexus. Don't cry, little Warframe player. You will have enough shitty Overframe builds to farm for your entire life. Downroll, bring over the build host ASAP. The boys go too much endo. 0 votes, 0 comments. How deep did you search for this? Holy shit. Well, alright, so Jonathan's build, I guess. Jonathan from Overframe for some reason. Originality. I mean, I didn't even know Prime Tactical Pump existed. 7 out of 10. Effectiveness 0. Yo, honestly, real. I sorted by form. Nah, bro. That is crazy. Still worse than mine. Okay. Cowgirl cosplay disruption builds. Okay. Mesa with ballistic bullseye. No stacks. Alright. Whatever. We have this. Does he have a... No, he doesn't. Okay, great. And we're using... Okay, he has a Vasto. Whatever. Doesn't matter. And then the... Yeah. Works with initial combo duration mods. Now, I'm not really sure why you want me to use precision. I'll gladly use the Vasto. This is one of my favorite pistols in the game. But sure. Right, that's kind of weak, not gonna lie. That's the point of this series, man. I pick the weak gun, so you'll have to think outside the box, try to make it good, and have the build be unique. You're supposed to do damage with your secondary, not Rauta. Yes, but I'm supposed to use Rauta to do the damage to the demo, right? Because it's a disruption Rauta build, not the disruption Vasta build. The one thing unique about the Rauta is the combo he doesn't want us to use melee. Yeah, no shit. The thing is about the Rauta. If you wanted to use melee, just let me know. Oh, I'm using this build as a primer. Or my melee. And my melee is this or something. That's more acceptable. But it would still get a low rating because that's what everybody does. Do you guys not understand the gimmick of this fucking series? You have a weapon, you play in a different way than it's supposed to be played. Alright, we're 100%. Activating everything. Great Rauta Build. I love it. Alright, Demetris, you get originality. You know, I'll give you high originality. I'll give you 7. You don't have any scaling mode, so yeah. Effectiveness, 0 out of 10. God damn. What the fuck? Alright, epic. Late Rauta Build. The copyright strike is upon me. Okay, well, 12 out of 10 for music. True. Bro, I really hope it doesn't get copyrighted so people can hear it. If it does, then I'll be very sad. Damn. Okay. So, hear me out. We have my build now. Okay? What do I mean? Wisp. So obviously the build I made has to be played with Wisp. But what is it? It's missing a mode. Well, that's great. Why is it missing a mode? And then I didn't have the time to forma, so I used the rank 4 Seeking Force. But now I do. So I can perfect it. That's perfect. Wow. Amazing. 2 out of 10 effectiveness. Uses 150% Eclipse. It doesn't. It doesn't use Eclipse. Holy Carp. The ability I would ask whoever tested this to use would be Chroma's Elemental Ward with the Toxin Aura. Which is this build. So this is a viral electricity build with Punch-Through and Shotgun Vendetta. Let's see how it plays out, shall we? Bro went for reload. Yep. That's exactly what I did. For 2 out of 10 attendance, bro uses Toxin Ward, an ability well known to generate extremely high damage. True. Alright. So this is kind of what I did. And because I have the mode that increases fire rate on reload by 90%, you know. Or is it 120? I think it's 120. You find a hallway and you do this. But I have to get close to get a kill with this shit, which I didn't. I died. Amazing. Oh. Oops. I'm not gonna die on operator from base slow path, come on. Not that bad. Right, we have Elementalist, let's go. Without Elementalist, it kinda sucks. If you have Elementalist, genuinely not bad. Usable. So, is it good? No. Is the original? Sure. Which is why I said both of Adry's and Amolistic's builds are better than mine, but this is what I had an idea. I had another idea, but it wasn't as fun as this one. This one is really fun to play. Like you're just constantly shooting. Damage is loading. If I go to better Riven or I use Chroma directly, then it's better, but yeah. So if you use Chroma, it's good. If you use anything else with just Chroma subsume ability, it's bad. Effectiveness, probably 6. Originality, I don't know. Whatever you guys say. I think using repeater clip is something that nobody else fucking did, so please, at least give me some credit for that. Like, I saw Seeking Force, I saw Chilling Reload, I was happy to see this, but I never saw a repeater clip build. Actually, before we choose next weapon, guys, do you guys want to choose a winner? Or do we give the win to both of them because I have 2 events since last time? Should they both win? What do you guys say? Last week, Squish told me just double it and give it to the next person. Both. Okay, glad we agree. So both Amolistic and Adry are our winners. We have a double win, a tie, which gave us a 9 effectiveness, 8.5 originality for Mano, and the opposite for Adry. So they both win. This Pioneer episode making me unable to say. Both were awesome. Yeah, both these builds were top tier, not gonna lie. Both Adry's and Amolistic's builds, so they both win. You guys will get a Riven mode of your choice. Adry, since you're here, you know, you can choose what Riven you want. However, Amolistic, I'll have to DM and we'll see. So if you remember earlier, chat, I told you that next week's weapon is gonna be the Exalta Prime. You can choose weapon or has to be veiled. Veiled, just weapon type. This is your next Build Pioneer's weapon. This thing. This is what you have to work with. It's a very high fire rate Tomb Finger. You ain't making it. Guys, I'm gonna be honest, the materials to build this shit is super easy to get. Like, Tomb Finger is literally Thermal Sludge and Axidrol alloy. Things are... everything is common. The other one has, like, the common parts from the other thing. And then... Splats, the hardest thing it has is Auroxium alloy. Like, everything else is omega easy to get. So, do not be... do not think too outside the box. This is really, really good. I'm not mining ores, fuck you. You probably won't even have to. If you farmed them in the past, you might already have the parts to build this. Which is great. Amazing. Primary only? That's the demo script, yes. You guys have to do these exact parts. This is a primary kitchen. Okay? I in fact have it in case you guys wanna see it. So you're telling me this is a knockoff Axeltra Plus Envoy? Well, sort of. Appropriately named, I can fix her. This is without any elemental mods, by the way. It doesn't have anything on it, so it performs pretty badly. But this is how it looks like with a bit of fire hit. And there is a 6-meter explosion radius. It's good, but I CB8. See, that's more of a normal argument, but trust me when I say, the parts are so easy to build. You most likely already have all the materials. This is probably one of the cheapest hit guns to build and its peak, so yeah, whatever. Do what you want, but you're missing out if you don't try this. I'm just saying. Anyways, regardless. That's gonna be it for this week of Build Pioneers. Good luck for the next episode with the Tomb Finger. It's one of my favorite weapons in the entire game. And yeah. Hope I see some builds, because people are not reacting to Tomb Finger the way I hoped they would, because they probably have never tried it. Anyways, doesn't matter. Good luck to everyone, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.